going. It's going. And I guess let's see here. There we go. Beautiful. All right. We're live. I'm going to post a quick invite, I guess, to the group to see if anybody else wants to come in. So just a second here. Participants. Anybody got any good wins or anything?
Just been trying to crunch out some client work, and as you know, I played around with some AI this past week, and I think the best image program out there is Nano Banana, hands down.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Hands down with Nano. I mean, Google's coming for lunch. I mean, I really love Notebook LM for research and that whole podcast function. Um, VO3, haven't played around with it enough yet.
Yeah.
But what I have seen and what it can produce, hands down, is the best engine out there. Still using ChatGPT to do the bulk of my research, and probably my biggest thing I like about ChatGPT is the ability to create ChatGPTs.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried
Oh, go ahead.
creating I tried to create like Gemini gems, but it won't do uh file downloads. Like GPT can create a file for download,
Yeah,
and the gem will just basically give you the data that you can copy and then save it.
yeah, I think that ChatGPT is definitely, when it comes to their usability, is definitely head and shoulders above everybody right at the moment. Um, but I had a buddy come in town this past weekend, and we were out, sightseeing up here up in the White Mountains, and I took one picture because I just wanted to show him what, AI could do. And we literally took the picture of us being on top of a mountain, and I put us in totally different clothes downtown Boston. So
Nice.
the reiteration aspect of it is pretty cool, and how it locks down everything except what you're asking to change.
Yeah. Nice. Cool,
Stephen,
cool,
I was
cool.
going to ask you, said something about AI for, did you say something on podcast?
Yeah. Okay. So it's really designed for how I'm going to start doing some outreach. And Pat and I have gone around on this stuff. Um, just a little bit about me. I've been doing this stuff for like 25 years. I built my first website in 1998. And so barrier to entry, the noise in the local business space is very, very high. So how do you differentiate yourself when you're going out and reaching out to your potential customers? I think going out and talking to businesses directly about an offer, even though they all need everything we have, no one likes to be sold. Everyone likes to buy. So how do you reach out? And Pat and I have looked at this, and some other people in this group have looked at this in the past. I just feel I'm going to start running with this hard because I've done similar approaches and outreaches before, cold outreach, where you never go at, I feel you don't go at people directly about your offer. You come out with them and bring them value. And if you've ever messed around with Notebook LM, you can literally feed them. You take a local business like a realtor, for example. You go to their Zillow profile, give it the URL, go to their website, take a few pages off their website, and literally it will produce in a 5, a 10-minute, or a 30-minute um, podcast interview style where two people literally talk about the business, right? And position as an authority, all right? So my outreach method will probably be like, hey, we produce this, this episode for you. Like to, before we publish it, we'd like to get your thoughts on it. Can I send it to you, kind of thing? So did I answer your question?
Yeah, that sounds pretty fascinating.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty cool.
yeah. So versus, hey, we notice you get, we get this great thing called voice AI that can answer your phones and probably put 30%, and know full well it will do that. But a lot of businesses will just say, I'm not interested, right? But if you're calling up as other than a marketing company, like, hey, I have a show called the local podcast or the local business show or whatever the show is, whatever your market is. And we produce this before we publish it. We'd like to get your thoughts on it. Can I send it to you? Kind of thing. So,
Huh, interesting. Thank you.
yep.
Notebook
Yeah,
LM.
Notebook creates a pretty darn good podcast. Plus, you can
And
also when you give it instructions, you can actually give it like I did that for a couple of local businesses, and you can copy some of their reviews as well, and then
yep.
you can tell it like and it notebook it typically does like it'll try to do like, hey, today's deep dive, and so you can tell like, don't do a deep dive but talk about the business and their impact on the local community and things like, so you can tell it, kind of give it like some guidelines on what to talk about and how to approach it. And it's just like me, you, and Steve talking about this local business and how good they are, and they got all these great reviews, and they do this and this, and the owner did this, like, anything you pull from the website, it'll pull like the about us and all that stuff. Oh, they've been in business for this many years, and it creates like a nice little business spotlight. So,
And it's a great way to introduce yourself. I mean, what the hell,
oh yeah.
people love
And
hearing.
well,
Well,
what I found out as well is like if you put in like the business name, phone number, and like what the niche, like the category, and if you put in the location and all that stuff in the description, it has a good chance of pulling in the GBP as well. So it can do like some local ranking, like brand ranking, like almost instantly.
if you
And
put it
you
up
get
as
that,
a
so
Do
you
what?
get that to post on their website. What do you do with the content besides creating a great way to introduce yourself to the business owner?
Well, so if somebody searches for the business, or it may actually show up for their category in the city or something like that. And so Google likes to rank the videos. So if they are searching for something like that, the video can show
Pat,
up.
Pat, you kind of jumped over the question.
Oh,
You first have to create a video out with that content.
right.
So it produces a WAV file. Actually, it's not a WAV file now. It's a whatever the A4 file
MP4,
is.
MP.
No, it's yeah, it's
M4P.
M4P. That's what it produces now, which you then have to convert it over to an MP3 or a WAV to work with it. I'm personally just posting because Audacity has a direct integration with audio.com. So what I'm doing is so I can produce these very quickly and not produce videos and all this happy horse shit. I'm just taking it, throwing a bumper on the back of it, and publishing it directly to a audio, their own page, and that's what I'm sending to them. That's what I'm
Awesome,
sending.
man. I love it.
And then, I think it's a great way to say, by the way, this is produced with AI. I'd like to talk to you about a few other ways to how we could plug some holes up into your business and make you some more money with AI. You open to, a cup of coffee. So that's going to be my approach the remainder of the year and pretty much 2026.
I love Notebook LM. I use it every day.
Yeah, it's great for research, great for
It's great for product creation. You can
Yep.
spit out that briefing doc with it,
Mhm.
which gets you the outline of something. And you can pop it into your other LLMs and have it rewrite it, the content the way you talk,
Yep, does a good
Have
job.
Pat, have they expanded the prompt area for that podcast? I remember that was kind of limiting for me. I remember.
I have
Is it still pretty small?
it's enough to do what I get it to do.
Yeah,
To
I mean,
to
you can give it some decent little context and tell it kind of like, don't mention this, approach it like this, that sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And it does a pretty good job.
You definitely want to listen to it first though, because it will go off on deep ends, or sometimes it'll just start out and out talking bad about the business too.
Well, no,
You gotta watch out.
that's where your prompt comes in. I've been generating
Even
these
so,
now
man.
I
Yeah.
haven't had to run into any problems. You can listen at 2.5 speed if you want to, but I've gotten them to. I've not had to regenerate one in a while.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, they've, and I usually do like a 5 minute. Because again, for me, it's just, hey, it's a door opener. It's like we'll take a listen to this, and they, and the way I deliver it, either through text, but it's always a trigger link, and you know if they've listened to it just by clicking on the trigger link. So we'll see how it gets me in the door.
Well, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the SERPs, Google SERPs has changed a little bit, and on local brand searches, one of the things in the menu, you got your AI overviews, you got is it normal. They move short videos there. It used to be it would be videos, but they got short videos now. So it's the vertical 60-second TikTok types of video that goes there. Type in one of the brands that you guys represent in type of branded search and see if it pops up the short video tab right there. And then see if your customers have ranking videos or not, or if they, see if they own their own brand with video.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay, so I'm assuming these are coming off of YouTube Shorts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
no, not necessarily. Sometimes they're posting they're actually putting in Instagram videos in there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look,
they're pulling them from everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, because it pulls in from like around the web and things like that. So there's their branded video that I did a while back, but now up here, short videos, you can see what everybody else has got in here. And no, they don't have their own branded video. Well, they got some of it. They do. No, that's not theirs.
That's give you a competitive space. It sucks that they do that to a
Yeah.
brand search.
Ouch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now you can. You know what though? If you can create shorts for them, and you could run that through automations, you could do that either with VO or Sora or something else, and just flood the zone with shorts, branded shorts. You can do all kinds of cool stuff.
Well, there's a lot of SEO model. A lot of people worked at the SEO model. I remember back in 8 years ago where you do that. You rank the branded asset, and then if they say, "Well, I'm not interested," hey, well, then I'll delete it, and then that would make them change their mind
real fast. Yeah.
Well, don't do you could delete it. It's no use to me.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. All right. Well, what has everybody been up to? Jay, you haven't been on in a while. What you got going on?
I've been torn in too many places, but I did get a couple more coaching clients.
Cool.
Has anybody else? I just want to throw this out there to the peanut gallery. Has anybody else noticed anything with delivery rates, email deliverability? I saw somebody posting the Go High Level.
There's Alfonso laughing.
I think
Oh,
I was
no.
the one who responded to your.
I haven't seen it, Alfonso.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was wondering whether you're the same Jay Turner.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dan Doyle's he can't get his domain name to deliver an email, and I'm about to crank up my cold email for my directory again. And so just wondering, because I know somebody posted in Go High Level, maybe I'll dig it up for the group here, saying that Gmail was changing some of their standards. Have you seen anything about that?
Yeah. So for the last 3 weeks back, everybody was spamming the heck out of Gmails, Google Workspace plus regular Gmails. So everybody got shut down. This happened like 2 years ago with Zoho Mail too. So yeah, that's the major thing. Now they are like very strict with any emails going in and out. So you got to be extra careful with
Oh, that's
each
right.
and
Yeah,
everything.
they shut down using Gmail like Workspace for cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's affecting even the regular emails right now because obviously everyone's on Gmail.
So if you're doing your email through your your SPX direct, everything through Google Workspace, tying into Go High Level. So are you saying that Gmail caught wind of the surge in spam emails using Google Workspace? So now everybody legitimately using Google Workspace
Not
is
every
affected?
No. Just the spammers. So if you're doing cold email from Google Workspace or Google emails, that's going to affect your Yeah, outreach, cold outreach.
How do you define cold outreach email, Fonzo?
I mean, anything we've not interacted with people for years. You got a list from like 5, 6 years ago. Technically,
Yeah.
those emails are, I mean, dead in the water. Even like 3 years, 2 years, it depends.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess you'd agree an outscrape would be cold as well, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well,
If you're doing warm email, hit me up. But cold email, I cannot help you with that.
did you see what Charles posted?
No, that's
Charles,
true.
get on here.
I mean,
Let's hear your beautiful voice.
you just got to be kind of stupid to try to cold email from Google Workspace. I'm sorry. Like, you deserve to get shut down if that's what you're doing.
Well, it used to work. That's why.
Yeah, it used to work, but
Yeah, but they announced 2 years ago that they were not up for game because everybody was doing GMass and all this other baloney through it. And they announced 2 years ago that that wasn't copacetic anymore. So if you were still doing it, then
yeah, they got lucky for the last 2 years. I mean,
but then why I mean, at the same time, even without that, why in God's green earth would you cold email out of a root domain?
No,
Like,
they're just buying
you,
they're buying third-party domains and they're plugging in the Google Workspaces and using that basically. It's not their main root domain, it's just cold emailing.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but still,
Yeah.
you're a donkey. You deserve to get shut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
feel bad for you.
especially if you are emailing off your root domain. Yeah, you deserve whatever you
Oh,
get.
yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But now everybody's just moving over to Outlook, so they're gonna go ruin that.
What
There's
what
not gonna
are
be
y'all
much else? Not gonna be much else you can email from.
what are y'all using for cold email? Brevo?
No, I've got I've got multiple GHL accounts that I use that I'm just doing very, very low rates.
Like what for you?
Like about 50 a day.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
But they're all individual domains. And they get warmed up for several, like 3 weeks at least. And I keep the warming going. So
Define warming up, Pat.
you put it into instantly and let it warm.
Hmm.
You're an instantly fan. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
and then you plug it into Postmaster tools and all that stuff. So with those, I've got, like, so far with Postmaster, I'm getting like zero bounces, almost zero bounces after I scrub the list, but spam rate, unsub rate, all that stuff is literally zero.
When you say scrub, are you scrubbing out Outlook and Hotmail?
I'm running
now
it
Gmail?
through, AppSumo has an app called Reun, Reoon, and you can get, let's see, the package I got was like, oh shoot, like over like 1,500 some odd, like 1,500 emails a day that you can validate. So, and their validation system, I've tried Neverbounce, Bulk Email Checker, a couple of other ones, and Reun has a really in-depth rating system, and it has like all the little, it does all the lookups and everything. So you can basically, when you do the validation, you can come back and go, okay, well, it has this score. It says it's safe to send, but it's a catch-all. So you can say, like, no, I don't want to send that to a catch-all, or I can send it to this or that. But basically, the ultimate flag is like, is it safe to send, yes or no? And then it has a score attached to it. So you can set like minimum score you want to email to and stuff like that. So, I usually will take, like, if it's 80 or above and it says it's safe to send, then I'll send it. But everything else, I'll dump that email and get rid of it. So that keeps it. I mean, you're sending less, but you're sending to good emails.
Hmm.
So
could you use can you use the same high-level account with an alternate email or subdomain email?
well, you set up a sub account, and then you set up that sub account with an email for that.
So no,
no,
you can only set up one account, one sub account with one primary email domain, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I didn't.
But you can basically like snapshot it once you've got your flows and everything like that. You just snapshot, rubber stamp it, copy paste the settings, and set it up for instantly. And then once it's all warmed up, then you can start trickling out little emails.
You should create a little course. You should create a little course for me.
we did have like our
I
old,
buy it for $5 or something.
Cold email snapshot that did Spintax before everybody got in, before AI was a thing, and that actually did pretty decently. But I scrapped that and rebuilt the whole thing to use AI and N8N. So so it basically does a webhook to N8N. N8N takes all the data, creates the email, and then it pushes it out through highLevel, and then positive responses go back into N8N, and it actually is like an email chatbot that can answer questions and book the appointment through email.
That's pretty cool.
We're working on it. We're getting it. Got to tweak it a little bit. Got to tweak the content to get the email a little bit. The outbound email's got to be a little cleaner. No.
Well, we should get together. I should pay you for some time so you could show me your process, because I wouldn't mind.
Well, I gotta start getting better results with it, because I mean, like I said, so far I'm not getting any spam unsubscribes or anything like that, and bounces, but the response rate's pretty abysmal right now, just because the email's way too clinical and wordy. So I got to get.
Are you using it for a client, or are you testing it for yourself?
Testing it for myself first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to get that written. So I backburnered it for a little bit because I was building another app. So.
Well, I say that because I got a couple of lists that I paid for. I had a guy procure me a couple of lists, and the lists are pretty big, meaning whatever, they're probably 100,000. But honestly, and I can filter them out because it's a pretty decent spreadsheet. But I'll probably have maybe 10,000 good, or maybe 5,000 good emails. But it's definitely going to be cold, and it's from one of my clients.
Okay.
So, and I've never done any kind of email marketing. But I'd like to
get on
do it the right way.
Get on YouTube and look up Alex Berman. He's got some really good templates for emailing. Okay. Like they're real, like literally, it's like his whole thing is like the emails literally should be like, here's the problem, or like icebreaker, quick problem, call to action. That's it. Keep it to like 100 words or less. And
yeah, ironically, when I was doing credit repair, there was a guy that I used his system. He was using Google Workspace, and so I had five different Google Workspace accounts that I was doing that. And I actually got a couple of really good MRR jobs from that, and that was the same thing. But but yeah, anyways. I digress. But that's cool. I'll definitely look him up.
Dang, Alfonso, that's some expensive male dosa there. Holy cow.
And I got to channel Charles with my links.
Yeah. Yeah, Charles. And wait, we don't have any links in here from Charles. You just need to drop some random link. We haven't had a link from Charles in forever.
Feel like you're missing out?
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's not an office hours without a Charles link. So.
I've been, I'm off my game tonight. We got all new iPhones. So I've been trying to set up new iPhones, and
you've been playing with like blocking everything.
That's the easy part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody give Charles a call and send him some emails and some text messages so he can
call me all you want, text me all you want. I won't ever see it.
Yep.
Thank God for iOS 26.
Oh my God. What have you been doing besides that?
4-hour webinar. That was fun.
With who?
It was the roundtable. It was the level up recap roundtable.
Okay.
Alok was on there.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Alok was on there. He jumped in on a couple of questions. But yeah, it was a 4-hour live stream going over high level releases. So
Nice.
yeah, it was good. That was last week. Last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday. So that was good with the high level experience podcast.
Oh, hey, you might know this, Charles. Can I, if you if you have like a conversation provider, like something that replaces the LC text or LC phone, can you do rebilling with it or no?
Yes, because it would
How do you
be
set that up?
well, so you would tie it into your action.
Oh, it needs to be tied in as far as the app goes. Okay.
Yep.
Well, it's okay.
Because that's how well Gary's having to do the same thing.
Right. And well, that's the thing. Like, it's not really an action. You're sending a text.
Yeah.
No, it's web hooking to the app. It's web hooking the text data to the app.
I would reach out to either Gary or reach out to shoot, what's his name?
Well, so the way I figured I was going to do it is basically the text message. Like, I get the data, I'm storing the text into a
Scott Helliker.
database. Who?
Scott Helliker.
Scott Helliker. Okay, I'll have to. Oh.
He's the one that does he owns 814 Media, but he does the Make app.
H-E-L-C-K-E-R?
HELIKER.
Okay.
He does GHL growth tools, the Make integration, but he also has with his platform he provides I know he has a custom email provider
Not in my neck of the woods.
like
You're down in Missouri.
like eBay and something else. And he's in the Slack channel. He's in the developer Slack.
Oh, okay. That developer Slack is it's awful quiet. You can ask a question and then nobody answers, like, for free.
Yeah, send him a direct message. He'll respond back to you.
Cool.
Crickets.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I guess I'm just taking the inbound message, storing it in the database, and then I'm chucking it over the wall to another API. And then when I get a status, like it's either failed or delivered, then I can count that as billable. So then I'll just run a webhook every week to bill weekly. So
Ugh. Sounds too much like work.
well, these are dispensaries that are paying for text messages, so they're willing to pay big bucks. So
Fun.
Yep.
But other than that, been getting bombarded with real estate agencies and brokers the last week.
I'm sorry.
Good.
So
for what?
That's been good. For CRM.
Oh, okay. Wow,
So,
CRMs.
Charles, what's the price point that you're bringing them in at?
$297.
Really? Nice.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, I've signed up 3 within the last between yesterday and today. We've signed up 3 brokers, and then we've got a handful more to go the rest of this week, I think. Last I checked, it started with 1, and it's just been a onslaught of referrals, and so hey, whatever.
So
I'm game.
what's causing the realtors to come over to highLevel? Because usually like whatever is it like Well, what any of the real estate CRMs, follow up
There,
boss and lead line and all that other junk.
yeah, there was an acquisition of a company that involved a data share agreement that real estate agents aren't very happy about, so they're bailing.
Okay.
So they don't like their data being shared.
What?
So they're all bailing as
Okay.
quickly as possible.
Nice.
So yeah, it's good. It's good. Good.
I can imagine. Well, that's cool. Yeah. Very nice.
I'm assuming these are producers. They're not non-producing real estate agents.
The hobby.
Yeah,
agents.
no, the one that signed up today, one of them that signed up today, he had on the call because he had some questions about AI integrations, and we talked about Agent Studio and stuff like that. But he had his executive assistant, and then he had 3 other team members on the call with him. Yeah, I mean, they're running real businesses.
That's what I feel is I mean, everyone poo-poos on real estate agents, but I really feel if you go after the players, you can get them. And you said 297? You're staying at that price point? Okay.
Right now.
But that's not including
Right now.
That's not with OpenAI, right? You're not giving an AI employee at that price point.
No.
Okay.
That's in-app upsell. But like the guy I talked to today, he probably won't even buy it because I mean we're not that far off from rack pricing, so he really doesn't care.
Cool.
That's a one downside of them going to rack pricing or just below rack pricing and billing a lot of the stuff that the way they're billing it now is that it kind of detracts from the unlimited. You got to do a hell of a lot of crap to get up to 150, $200 a month.
Yeah.
Now with the new pricing model so, but it's whatever. Hey, if they want to sit there and pay per usage, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to complain. So,
have you heard anything when they're going to start breaking it out, far as between AI, voice and conversations? Or are they gonna?
as far as like rebilling rates,
yeah.
I know they're coming out with packages and then they're going to break it out.
Okay. Are we going to see the packages by year end?
No.
Oh, Dan, I was looking like because this was a question Dan should be asking.
It'll be first quarter, right?
Okay.
Dan?
Probably second. The way they're looking at it, I'm just
they keep kind of going back and forth on it.
Well, the AI team, if you ask the voice AI guys, are like, "Yeah, it's coming," and then the SaaS team, like they don't talk to each other. So the SaaS team rolled out this I don't know what they call this little model they have, but they're very much leaning towards the pay-as-you-go model, which is what we have now, and it'll just all be separate. They, in their little thing that they gave you where you could play around with it, they're like, we could bundle, but we don't recommend you doing this, which kind of leads to they don't want to build it. So I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon. Okay. But hey, maybe I'll get surprised and I'll wake up and I'll be wrong. We should see the new voices any day, though.
Are we getting new voices?
Yeah, the 11 Labs integration is pretty much done. From what I understand, a couple people might have been beta testing the new look and feel. So pretty much anything in 11 Labs you'll be able to pull in. And
what about?
That's the way I understand it. You're going to have to pull it into your agency, and then you can distribute it out to the sub accounts, or you might be able to pull it into the sub account.
So will we be able to create a dub voice of our clients?
Eventually, you might be able to do that. That's not going to be now.
Okay.
But if you go to like some of the 11 Labs voices, and there's like 2 tiers of 11 Labs voices. There's like some kind of like public agent something or public availability. That's what we have now, and that's left over from Synthflow or whatever the first iteration of voice was, whoever that provider was.
Okay.
With retail, you can use every 11 Labs voice. You can use OpenAI voices. You can use another set of voices called like Cartesia or something like that, which are unbelievably real. But the 11 Labs integration, according to a rat, is built, ready to deploy. There's a voice AI town hall tomorrow. So I'm expecting, it's imminent any day. We're going to be able to figure out how that works.
What time's that call tomorrow?
11 Eastern.
11 Eastern. Okay.
Yeah. It's either 10 or 11 Eastern. I'm pretty sure it's 11. I think
Charles, what time's the call tomorrow?
I think Search Atlas is at 10.
I think that's right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting on some calls tomorrow.
Yeah.
Jay, Search Atlas, the SEO that tab just went live today. Is anyone using that? And how's that compared to regular Search Atlas?
I'm not using either.
Okay.
Probably gotta ask somebody else about Search Atlas for sure.
Well, you're the SEO guru in this group, so
yeah. I had bad experience with that SEO, the GHL Search Atlas previously, and have not gone back to it.
Okay.
Just kind of got fed up with the guy running that show. Dan knows.
Yeah, it was a very unprofessional, it was a real skateboard type of build. That's a nice way to put it.
I don't know. The guy running that department, he's talked to him. He just looked like the gonna date myself. That SNL skit with Martin Short doing the nervous lawyer. Yeah, we got it coming out. Yeah, no, it works. No, yeah, it's coming out. Puff on a cigarette, sweating coming down his forehead. It was unnerving a little bit. Not building any confidence.
Well, and in fairness, that call was back in like February or March.
Yeah, it was many months ago.
Yeah, because it launched last year at Level Up, and still, I don't know. I think it needs a relaunch. Maybe they're going to, but all I know is the voices should be any day. As far as bundling it, pricing, all that, I don't even think that's out there. I'll tell you another thing on the pricing. If you switch your model right now, your LLM, let's say you use, I think it's Gemini 2.5 Flash or Flash 2.5, you can get down to like 7 cents a minute. But that doesn't reflect in your billing.
What do you mean by that, Dan?
Okay, so you can switch the LLM model currently right now for your voice AI. You can bounce around from GPT, Claude, Gemini. There might be another one in there. If you switch your LLM model, your raw cost comes down to about 7.5, 8 cents per minute. But you're still being billed 13 cents a minute. So they have it built in where you can get cheaper prices, but it hasn't made its way to the billing team to adjust yet.
Okay.
Because I asked right now, the markup between conversation and voice is linear, like they're bundled together. So my first question was, okay, let's say I switch to Gemini and I'm at 17 cents a minute. Well, I want to be able to adjust the markup. So if I'm charging Mr. Customer 22 cents a minute, I want to continue to charge him 22 cents a minute. You follow me?
Yeah.
And when I brought that up on the town hall, they were all like, "Huh, yeah, okay."
Like, wait, you want to actually be billed what we're charging you?
Even Ryan was like, "Oh yeah, I don't think we thought of that."
Well, you're being billed what you're using. It's just the markup. It doesn't, like, if you switch to a cheaper. So let's say, for instance, it's charging you 20 cents, and you switch models and it's charging you 10 cents. You're only getting charged 10 cents. You're not getting charged 20 cents. The problem is that it doesn't reflect that anywhere except in the billing breakdown. Like you have to go into the billing details and actually look at the actual transaction itself. It's not updated in the rebilling settings. So when you're looking at, okay, how much is this going to run me?
Yeah, but that brings up an interesting thing when you get into the billing and the actual transactions, okay? Because when you look at the voice AI, right? I don't know if they're billing it in that detailed transactions and you search through all the transactions if the quantity is actually minutes or phone calls, because it doesn't add up either way. Like I have an example where there's like, let's say the number's 12 units. Okay. And when I see what I'm being billed, it's coming out to like 22 cents a minute. But for this particular customer, I'm eating the cost. So it should be 13. But I can look and see, well, that's how many voice phone calls there were. So I don't even think that part's accurate.
Well, I think what they're doing is just keeping the billing simplified in the fact that an end user is not going to want to see how much am I paying for LM LLM credits. What's my token usage? What's the bill for that? And then bill me on a separate line for the voice minutes. And they're just lumping it all together.
Well, I think right now it's still just like the old way. But what I'm saying is, like, I'm seeing where, there's like a $2.50 charge or whatever. Okay. And the number of the quantity is 12. Well, if you do the math, that comes out to like 22 cents a minute, but nobody is being charged 22 cents a minute. So I actually think that quantity is the number of phone calls in that instance and not actually the number of minutes being used, which makes it, when they do switch it, even a little bit more confusing. Because if it's that way, you can't track it accurately at all. But I mean, you know.
But you're still not going, if you're looking at the number 12 and you're assuming that it's the number of calls, that's still not going all the way down to the detailed billing. What I'm saying is go into the actual like transaction log and look at the individual line item that was billed from the wallet. Follow me? Gonna lose.
We lose Dan? No.
We lose Dan?
Dan's still there.
He's there. Just don't hear
That's
him.
But
Oh, lost him.
No, now you lost. Now you lost.
Now he's gone.
Charles.
I think Dan's on his cell phone.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, if he's talking about quantity, that wouldn't be at the individual line item. And so like I would make a test call for like 2 minutes. Here he comes. Do you hear me now? Nope.
Nope. No Dan.
No Dan.
Dan's on the Amazon cell service.
Well, I was going to say that he must have got his service down in Dallas, but you know. But yeah, I don't think he's going all the way down to the item. I mean, if I was concerned about it, I would go just do a test call, like a 2-minute test call, then go directly into the detailed billing breakdown and see what each line actually comes out as. Is it coming out as one line where it's combining the token usage along with the voice, or is it splitting it into 2 different lines? I don't think he's going deep enough into the billing. I think he's staying at the summary section and not going to the actual detailed transactions. Let's try this again. He's muted. See if he can unmute. Oh, hit him for a second.
Come on, Dan. Stay with us.
You can do it.
I had to log on and come back.
Nah.
Yeah.
So what I was
dead
saying
area
is
on the phone wouldn't quite work.
you were talking about 12, the number 12, either that being minutes or calls. You think it's calls. You're looking at the summary. So I would go below that into the individual transaction, like place a 2-minute test call and then go in and actually see how the actual line item is broken out, not the summary. Because
Okay.
that'll tell you more than anything else.
Well, the interesting thing with the summary for the line item, like you're talking about, I don't even know that it says voice AI. It just says conversation AI,
Yeah.
which makes it a little
But
bit harder to find.
yeah, but I just wonder how they're when they're doing those individual charges and they're breaking it out line by line. I don't know if they're going to break out the LLM token usage separate from the voice usage, or if they're just still going to combine that. I don't know.
Well, if they want to give people individual markups, I mean, you would think they would separate it out, but I don't know either. Hey, something that came up on today's call, Charles, you can answer this. There's no way to get an email to come into the CRM if the contact isn't living there, correct?
Incorrect.
All right, how do you do that?
So, so if you set up a dedicated domain, and let's say, for example, your dedicated domain is mail.yourdomain.com. Once you have that set up, you need to go to Settings and Business Profile. In your business profile on the left-hand side, you need to set the business email to whatever at mail.yourdomain.com. And that will set up a pseudo catch-all inbox. Doesn't matter if the contact exists or not.
All right, so let me ask you the next question. If I was
Okay.
doing a form fill somewhere, I set all that up, okay, and I fill out a form somewhere, I would put that email address in there, or I use okay.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it creates a catch-all is all it does. It doesn't matter what's before the at symbol. It's just creating a catch-all. But you want to put it something that like either admin or info or hello at, because that is a merge field. That is the account email merge field. So just in case they use it somewhere in the account or it gets used somewhere, you want to make sure that it at least halfway makes sense.
Charles, is there any talk
Yeah.
about because what he's doing you're doing a workaround of two things that quite frankly should be in highLevel. The one is that conversations inbox should be able to take a form fill and actually put it in conversations because it is a form of conversations, and we can't do that right now versus doing what you want to do. The second
I hope
thing,
they never do that.
well, I think for small businesses, I think it's actually very smart. And we all have our own opinions. So the other thing too is that isn't there been some talk about a private inbox for some time?
Yep.
Where are we
Stay
at?
tuned for Q4 2026.
Q4 2026.
If
I'm
you're
not
lucky.
even kidding.
If you're lucky.
I'm not even kidding. If you're lucky, yeah.
Okay.
That conversation today was pretty revealing.
Oh, that email town hall was fucking ridiculous. That
Yeah.
I was ready to roast that idiot that was doing the slides.
Right, because they've been
Yeah.
again, that's something they've been talking about now forever and a day. I mean, quite frankly, they've just gone around to giving us finally a decent snapshot manager. That's only taken 2 years.
Well, so yes, there's been conversation about highLevel offering email hosting of sorts, like Zoho. The problem is anybody that has ever done that significantly with large accounts is highly against it because we know all the shit that's going to go wrong and why it's a horrible idea to ever set up any business with that.
Got it.
Now, all the people that are out there trying to sell, Mama and Sue, down the road and their small agency, they want it like crazy because they've never had to deal with the fallout when that company leaves you or switches platforms or anything else. The problem is they would have to make it even feasible, they have to provide a way to export all that data.
Got it.
And that ain't gonna happen. They ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
They won't even go take their audit logs past 90 days for God's sakes. And so that's a lot of data integrity that they have to maintain. They also have to make it exportable. That's why you have like Google Takeout. If you leave Gmail, that's fine. You can take all your email data with you. Squirrel mail systems, you can do the same thing. Granted, it's an absolute pain in the wazoo, but you can take your email data with you because technically it's their data and you got to give it back to them. That's one of the biggest obstacles that nobody that wants it thinks about. And so they're also looking at like Zoho. Zoho got freaking railroaded, and absolutely annihilated on the spam side, because they tried to go down that route. And highLevel's like, we don't know if we want to fuck around with that. Like, no, we might be good. Let Mailgun do what Mailgun does. I mean, there comes a point of diminishing return. It's like, is this more of a headache than it actually is going to be a true benefit? Sounds good on the surface, but underneath, it ain't as pretty as it looks.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, I could see not going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Yep. So, but they said if they could, if they started marketing Level Up for 2027, they probably would have put that out there as the if date. If it gets released, it'll be Level Up 2027. But they said Level Up 2026, maybe. So,
got it.
Yeah, they're not excited about it. It was funny because Shabam was like, "How'd you hear about that?" Someone brought it up. We're like,
Leor brought it up.
Was it Leor or
yeah? And Leor says, "I hear things and I know things."
That's right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Shabam was totally thrown back. He's like, "Good Lord, how did this come up?"
Yeah.
Because that email town hall today was
You
was
can
bad.
quickly see why it's a problem.
Yeah, it was bad. They've got a lot of good features coming out, but they were slamming through this, like they were skipping slides with information that we needed on them, and they really didn't have many answers for anything when you get into tough questions. So they're doing a lot on the warm up side. There's some questionable things that they're rules that they're putting in place, but it gets tricky because they're talking about they're going to have a protection level for your domain. So right now there's a standard protection level where you have to hit 1,000 emails in a day. It pauses all the emails until the next day, resumes those emails. Then you have up to 2,000, then 3,000, and 4,000, and 5,000, and keeps stepping you up. So then they have a flexible protection level, which is same stair step, but it gives you a 10% buffer. So if you hit that 1,000, it's going to start warning you, hey, You're fixing to hit this wall of where no more emails are going to come out. So, but this is all set at the sub account level. Which I was like, I wouldn't want to put in the severe limit of 1,000. I would want to put in the flexible because I mean, I don't want to kill someone's campaign over 100 emails.
Yeah.
Like that's just silly. If they're already blasting out 1,000, 100 ain't gonna make a difference whether they get blacklisted or not.
Mm-hmm.
So I would default it to the flexible plan. And then if they wanted to turn it off themselves and assume that risk, then hey, by all means, go right ahead. It's your damn account. But I wouldn't want to start it off at that. The other part of this is they have a fallback. So if you have 2 domains set up, you send 1,000 through one and it hits the limit, it'll fall back to the other domain. Well, that sounds great. Problem is that if you're using the domain allocation, what's the fallback domain? I could have 5 domains set up, but they're all allocated to different tools within the platform. One's the campaigns, one's the workflows, one's for one-to-one communication, one's for billing and invoicing, one's for client portal. So you have all these. So what does it fall back to? Does it fall back to the
there's been
default?
talk. Well, there's been talk about being able to go down to the workflow level.
Yeah, but this is before all that.
Okay.
That's fine, but you can't even do that until you figure out this first, because this is going to be the ultimate rule. Everything's
Okay.
going to hit this first. So if you're hitting 1,000 limit and it's going to fall back to a backup domain that's already been warmed up, what domain does it fall back to? If the new domain is set up for workflows, is it going to fall back to the default dedicated domain? Or is it just going to stop? Or do you have to have 2, but then you have domain distribution? You can set it 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever you want to do. So it was a lot of stuff that they just did not have answers for on how it would actually work. It was a mess. So, and then yes, several people realized today through the conversation that dedicated headers wipes out everything in the system. So they're like, "Oh, really? We didn't know that." I'm like, yeah, it's been like that since it came out. How do you people not know this?
God.
Yeah, that's been since day one.
Since day one, it's been like that. Like, how do you not know this? You haven't noticed that your emails are going out under a different name and domain than what you're putting in there? Like, do you not check any of your outgoing emails? So yeah, that was a whole discussion. And because one person was like, "Oh, well, I said it in the workflow." I'm like, "Okay, well, it don't matter. It's getting overwritten." I said the only place it doesn't get overwritten is in email campaigns, but that's only if you use one of the domains that you have set to that product. Because you can pick it from the drop down and it'll send through that one. So at least you know which subdomain it's going under. But everything else in the system goes out whatever is up next in the queue, or in your configuration. Yep. So that's why we tell everybody to leave the name blank and just set the email, so at least it won't override the name. It can override the email. That's fine. Do that for the headers. Great. It matches. The name doesn't freaking matter. So yeah, that was interesting.
Good grief.
But say that again, Charles. You're talking about in the settings, email services, dedicated domains, that thing. Set headers,
Yeah.
leave name blank.
Leave the name blank. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you're okay with it. Like, quite honestly, I mean, most businesses will be fine sending it out under their business name. It's more of a, I need my name on the email, even though it's in the signature. I need my name on that email. It's more of a vanity thing than anything else. I send out all my emails under Pinnacle AI. I don't give a shit. I don't need my name on them. They're doing business with my business, not me. Um, but if you leave it blank, it won't overwrite the name. So they can put the name to whatever they want. They can put the email to whatever they want, but that will get overwritten, and you need that to get overwritten. It's a catch-22. Either you don't set default headers and you cross your fingers and hope that they actually do everything right in workflows and campaigns and bulk actions and everything else, or you set default headers and not have to worry about it. So put Charlie to sleep.
Might be. There he is. Nope. Nope. I think he's snoozing. This email talk is way too exciting.
Yeah.
That'll do it every time.
Yes.
Put you out.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got any other questions or anything? 8 o'clock. Been on for about an hour. Been a quiet, really exciting office hours.
Where's
Charles,
Alec?
What's that? I don't.
Where's Alec?
I haven't, dude. I haven't talked to him in like a week. I've had people reach out like, "Have you talked to him?" Like, I have not talked to him. So I need to get. Alfonso claims he talked to him, but
Well, I saw him Thursday, his Friday. So
yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen him since.
I caught him late last night. Yeah.
well, I didn't. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't talked to him at all. So in like a bit. So I'm not sure what's up. So Alfonso, like tell him he needs to get a hold of us. Catch
Yeah.
up.
I mean, yeah.
Check in or something. I mean,
I didn't know. No, yesterday was the first time I got in touch with him after week 2. Yeah.
all right, well, cool. Well, Charles, anything else? Any more updates coming or any new stuff?
Nah.
You guys got level up hangover?
I gotta tell you, you know what? I was at AI Marketing World the week before that, and it was really really cool. It was a lot of fun. But I met somebody. I did not go to Level Up, so I met somebody for coffee at the Hyatt. I think no, at the wherever at the hotel it was at the day it was starting, and I still had my AI marketing badge on, so I walked right in and I stayed there for like 4 or 5 hours.
Nice. you just cruise right on in.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I felt like a kid, like sneaking into a concert.
Nice.
Well, you just act like you belong there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because as I was running in, all the employees were high-fiving everybody. Like, oh man, I feel like part of the team.
Hilarious. Yeah,
Charles,
I will say this is kind of a laughable update, but you now have location-wide access to trashed items. Before, if Pat and I were in the same sub account, if he put something from the media library in the trash can, I couldn't see it, and only he could restore it.
Mm. That's one of those nice little things to have.
It really is.
Sure.
It really is. You know,
Well, yeah,
I mean, it's like,
why hasn't this been here before?
God, yeah. Social media teams, geez, up the wall by that. Also, I posted in JHL, Charles. I have some clients that are doing a lot of social media, and they have like 3 or 4 people working social media. And I think every time they use content AI, a new content AI folder is created in the media storage. Am I overlooking something? Is something I can do to stop that? Because they're just like, they've got like 20 content AI folders in media storage now.
Yeah, once you hit level 100, you level up to like version 2. It's like a video game.
Oh,
yeah.
It becomes a game of Tetris.
Yeah. Then you get a whole new drive.
I don't
Probably
know.
actually how it works.
I haven't heard haven't heard any complaints. I mean, I've got a few sub accounts that they use content AI and image AI quite heavily in the social planner. And they're managing hundreds of social accounts. And I haven't heard any complaints from them. So I don't know if it's a fluke or
if you go into their subfolder, their sub account, and look in their media storage, do they have a lot of content AI folders?
I don't go into my accounts, my sub accounts.
Well, it's getting really crazy for this one account.
Let me see here. Hold on. Let me go into one. Notes. Oh shit, what's their name? I can't remember the name of their company. I'll let you know if I hear anything. I haven't gotten any feedback or any tickets created on it, so
it could be just me. I don't know why, because hardly anybody even saw that post I put in Go
here we go.
Level about it.
Oh, media storage. I just got one folder. Content AI. Yep. Don't know. And then
he leveled up a long time ago.
Charles, when's your new site being launched?
I don't know. I may not launch it.
Really?
May not. I don't know. It's kind of like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So.
Hey Jay, back on your question. I would hop into another sub account, create some AI images, and see if you get the multiple folders. Might be a fluke.
Yeah. Although I do notice in my agency account, I got like 8 or 9 content AI folders.
Well, what are you doing?
Hitting generate AI in social posts is what this sub account user is doing. That's what I usually do. Create social post, hit that image button, select generate AI, boom.
I've just got the one content AI in my account with a shit ton of images in it.
Man, mine are
I've
spread
just
out.
got one folder.
Can we choose the engine now, or the LM for images? Because
No.
Nano Banana is, like I was telling Pat early in the beginning of the call, is hands down the best when it comes to images right now.
I think it all just, I think it just depends on what kind of images you're trying to generate.
Well,
some stuff
slow makes it kind of cartoony and typically has it's almost like it's got an oil painting type of a theme to it, like all the time.
You're talking ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, GPT, and like Nano Banana, like I want a picture of a plumber checking copper pipes under a sink. It's like, bang.
It's real.
It's extremely realistic.
Yeah.
You got to tell GPT you're more into like Banksy, and then see if like it'll give you that style.
Well, that's the problem with GPT is you have to give it a very specific style. Even if you say like photorealistic or hyper realistic, it still is. It just doesn't look like Nano Banana. Almost looks like a photo.
Yep.
What's the best way to generate B-roll video with these AI tools? Nano Banana or VO or?
Well, Nano Banana is
it's
an image. It's an image. So VO3 is Gemini's video engine. So yeah, VO3 is probably the best one out there right now.
What about the all new Sora that everybody's raving about?
Yeah, everybody's been raving about Sora. I have not.
You can get some. Get some consistent characters in Sora, and then of course you can get 5 to 10 second clips, and you can now GPT will generate a pretty decent script for it if you give it some description. Until I want it to do this, 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 or this. I want the camera to move over this way. You can kind of describe it, and then it can generate the prompt for Sora, and it'll do a pretty darn good job. I haven't tried making multiple clips with the same character or not, but I'm in a school group for an AI stuff, and they had a quick video on how to do consistent characters. The only thing is getting rid of the or handling the watermark. So, and I don't think anybody really cares about the watermark. I mean, it's just people almost don't notice that anymore. So,
do you know of any way to get watermarks off videos like that?
I mean, since it bounces around all over the place, I don't. I'm not sure.
What if it doesn't bounce all? So like Notebook LM, they've got
Yeah.
their freaking logo on their little videos, which
About
I
the
mean,
best you can do is probably run it through like After Effects or something like that. And I'm guessing you know, Adobe's got their AI, and you can kind of sort of make it.
I got you.
You know, you still end up with kind of like a blurry little smudge. You know. Down.
Yeah, there are tools out there. I mean, back in the days when people were trying to do that with Instagram and TikTok, it's a lot easier now.
Man, I want to say I saw somebody with a workflow where they created the image in Nano Banana, took it over to VO, created the video with it, and then put back in Nano Banana and prompted Nano Banana to take the watermark out, and it did it. Something like that.
Nano Banana has its own watermark because I just generate about 30 images with Nano Banana today.
It puts a little Gemini diamond down in the corner.
Down right hand corner. I think you probably can remove that with the AI inside of I'm drawing a blank on it right now. Canva. Canva's I think Canva's AI can remove that. You can just make it disappear.
You just look for Sora watermark remover, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos already. So. And how to remove it with AI. So you could probably even just put the video in there and just have it go through and remove it. So
do you guys know who Jeff what's his name? I forgot his last name. It's a video guy, the VA guy, everything guy. He's got a ball cap, says Savage on it. Jeff, what the hell is his name?
Jeff Miller?
No, he's in all the groups. Anyways, he's doing funny comedy videos in VO3, and I paired up with him at AI Marketing World, and so he's basically doing all the work himself, and I have sold one of them already. It's $5,000 for a 30-second spot. But like if you look at that link, you'll see a few of the ones that he put together. But so I'm pretty excited about this. I've got one guy he does implants. He's a funny guy. And he's a veteran, so I'm pretty excited about that. But his thing is he uses this guy Bob all the time because he's perfected Bob as persona, or his character, and his voice is really, really good.
Is Charlie Turner sleeping?
Yes.
He is.
He is. I saw him moving. I was checking in on him. He was moving.
So what are we talking about, Tim?
When it doesn't blur, he's moving.
I'm saying that I'm almost there with Charlie.
Yep. Yeah, about the same here. I've had a long day. Oh.
We started using we're starting to create images or slides, I guess, using Gamma through their API. So we're taking we're starting to use them as content generation.
What do you mean by through the API?
They have an API. So we use in Make, we're taking content and we're generating content through ChatGPT, and then we're feeding that into Gamma. It's creating the cards, and we're creating the social caption, and then we're pushing that out to social networks.
Ah, very cool.
So having multiple images, some networks we may only take the first image that it generates, but we're only doing up to 5 cards in Gamma. And so that way, like on LinkedIn, we can push them all in and mark it as a PDF, and it'll turn it into a slideshow, as if native to LinkedIn. So yeah.
With Make, you're using Make for that.
Yeah.
I wonder if Pabbly has a Gamma connection. It's pretty cool, Charles.
All right, kids.
Yep.
I think I'm going to call it quits.
Well, see y'all tomorrow at the AI town hall.
Yeah, I think I'll be on that. We'll see what happens. I'm excited to see how many people Dan yells at. What's the over under?
Is the URL for the one at the hour earlier the same URL? Or does what's his name host the same one? The Zoom? Ryan? Or is it a different URL, Zoom URL?
I don't know. I got an email for the town hall.
Okay.
And then
it's generally the same URL.
Yeah.
Sometimes it changes.
Right on. All right.
Generally
Cool. Well, I will see
Just
everybody there.
All right.
Go highlevel.com/town hall, and you'll see it right there.
All right. All right, kids. Catch you guys next